Let us now look at the comprehensive review session of verbal aptitude for any exam. This session will cover all major concepts of verbal aptitude, including reading comprehension, critical reasoning, logical deduction, sentence correction, vocabulary, and verbal puzzles. It includes structured approaches, tips, and advanced exercises to consolidate learning. So the overview of the session is key areas of verbal aptitude, that is, reading comprehension and data-driven RCs, critical reasoning and logical deduction, verbal puzzles and analytical thinking, sentence correction and grammar, vocabulary and contextual word usage. Now let us go through the structured approaches for each of these areas. Reading comprehension, mastering complexity approach. Read the first and last sentences carefully. Identify the main idea before looking at the questions. Classify the passage type, whether it's scientific, business, tech, literary, etc. Differentiate between facts, inferences, and judgments. You should always be aware of the common traps. Extreme answers, words like always, never, are often wrong. Avoid opinions not supported by the passage. Let us now look at the hints related to critical reasoning and logical thinking. Approach. Identify assumptions, what is unstated but necessary for the argument. Strengthen or weaken arguments, look for cause-effect relationships. Find contradictions, spot logical inconsistencies. The common traps are confusing correlation with causation, overgeneralization or using personal bias, logical deduction or pattern recognition. Approach. Use Venn diagrams for complex statements. Understand the difference between some, all, and none statements logically. Break long sentences into smaller chunks. The common traps are assuming some means at least one instead of all. Mixing up necessary versus sufficient conditions. The next type is sentence correction. You have to focus on grammar and structure. The approach is you should identify subject-verb agreement. Check modifier placements and parallel structures. Eliminate redundant and wordy choices. The common traps are confusing who and whom, fewer and less. Passive voice is usually not the best answer choice. Next type, vocabulary and contextual word usage. The approach is you have to use roots, prefixes, suffixes to decode meanings. Learn words contextually through reading. Practice paronyms, synonyms, antonyms, and idioms. The common traps are memorizing without usage in context, confusing similar sounding words, example affect versus effect. Let us now look at the advanced exercises integrating all concepts. Section A is about reading comprehension database RCs. What is the central theme of the passage discussing AI's ethical concerns? AI is a threat to humanity. AI has ethical challenges but can be managed. Government should ban AI completely. AI is not powerful enough to cause issues. Correct option is option B because the passage emphasizes challenges but suggests solutions. Next type of question. Identify the inference from this sentence. As the regulations tighten, fintech companies are adopting their AI strategies. Options. AI regulations are getting stricter. All fintech companies are failing due to regulations. AI is being banned in fintech. Regulations have no impact on fintech. The correct answer is option A. That is, the sentence implies regulation changes. Next sentence. Which fact is supported by the passage? Some AI systems are biased. AI is always ethical. AI decisions do not need human oversight. AI is better than humans in all aspects. The correct option is the first statement, bias in AI, is a well-documented fact. Section B is about critical reasoning and logical deduction. If all AI algorithms require transparency and some companies do not use AI, what follows? Sentence A. Some companies do not require transparency. B. All companies lack transparency. C. AI is unethical. D. AI is not used in fintech. The correct option is option A. That is, transparency applies only to AI-based firms. Next statement. Some digital banks use blockchain. All blockchain transactions are decentralized. What can be concluded? Options. Some digital banks have decentralized transactions. B. All banks use blockchain. C. Some blockchain transactions are centralized. D. Blockchain is not useful in fintech. The correct answer is option A. There is some digital banks use blockchain means at least some transactions are decentralized. Next sentence is sentence correction and grammar. Identify the grammatically correct sentence. AI as well as fintech are evolving. AI as well as fintech is evolving. AI, fintech and blockchain is evolving. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. As well as does not make it plural. The next section is on vocabulary and idioms. Identify the correct usage. He exercised due diligence before investing. The new law tabled the discussion permanently. The CEO had to toe the line with regulators. The government gave carte blanche for fraud. The correct answer is option D, that is carte blanche means unlimited freedom, not permission for fraud. Section E is about verbal puzzles and sequencing. Here you have to arrange the following in a logical order. AI adoption in businesses, ethical concerns arise, regulations are introduced, companies adapt to new AI rules. The sequences goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4. The correct sequence is A because AI is adopted first, leading to concerns, then regulations, and finally adaptation. So now let us look at the final tips and strategies for verbal section. Firstly, time management. Spend 5 minutes skimming RC passages before answering. Allocate 30 to 40 seconds per critical reasoning question. Elimination strategy is very much important. If unsure, eliminate 2 wrong choices to improve accuracy. Pattern recognition. Look for common answer traps, that is extreme language, unnecessary details. Daily practice. Read business, tech and science articles from The Economist, Harvard Business Review and MIT Tech Review. Solve 5 RCs, 5 logical reasoning and 5 sentence correction questions every day. This comprehensive review ensures mastery of verbal aptitude in any competitive exams.